Hello everyone, my name is Liz Reedy and this is my personal brand positioning statement presentation. For this presentation, I will be focusing on a statement that will help get me a position in any type of internal communications team, specifically as either a data analyst or a communications strategist. So first and foremost, a little bit about me. I grew up on a farm near Ewing, Nebraska, and I still to this day help with that family operation every now and then. So my background is in agriculture, and I do have a bachelor's degree in agricultural journalism. The reason I decided to take that route was because I'm very passionate about data, and in agriculture, you use a lot of data for informed decision making. I'm also very creative. I have been my whole life, but specifically through this program, I am learning a little bit more about strategic communications based on data. So what I do in my spare time is I co-host a podcast with my good friend Liv. And then I also spend a lot of time with my family and friends. So relationships are very, very important to me. My current perception, how I perceive myself, is that I am authentic. I am very, very driven. I'm independent. I can be spontaneous at times. What I think is very unique about who I am as a person is that I am definitely a pie-in-the-sky kind of person, but at the end of the day, I tend to be more of a realist. And then I'm also very relationship-focused. And then I asked a bunch of people on Instagram how they perceived me, and so I'm taking the suggestions from about 30 people who answered my question. The top 6 were the most common themed, and then the bottom 2 were outliers. So the few that really stuck out to me is that I'm a kind-hearted person. I tend to be very open-minded, and that I can also be perceived as being adventurous. My strengths are that I am very organized, and this allows me to be dedicated to the things that I'm doing, and it also helps me to, show up on time, get projects done on time. I'm just a very timely person. And then I tend to be detail-oriented for the most part. And lastly, I'm very, very good with people. The last few jobs that I have been in are people-focused. So I've been a teacher, an instructor, and I've given a ton of presentations in my last few jobs. My weaknesses are that I'm very relaxed. If you know me, I'm just comfortable with who I am, and because I'm so relaxed, sometimes I share opinions that aren't always warranted, so I know that can be off-putting to some people. I can also be very focused, so I tend to lose sight of the bigger picture at times. And that also kind of becomes a problem with prioritizing things. I say yes to everything, and that does sometimes impact the quality of my work. The 2 archetypes that I felt were very true to who I am would be the creator and the explorer. I also felt like the regular guy and gal was very descriptive of me, but professionally speaking, I want future employers to view me as someone who is creative or someone who would fit that explorer archetype. So my differentiator, compared to the majority of creatives I know, math, science, anything to do with like hard data or analytical thinking is definitely a challenge for them. That is something that I invite into my life. I thrive off of that kind of stuff. So I think that it makes me very, very unique. I'm also very creative. So kind of the mix of these 2 things, you don't always see that in communications, but I think that there is a place for it, and I think that it's something that just personally makes me incredibly unique and something that I want to focus on for my statement. So my target audiences, I started with a personal target audience. That's more of who follows me on social media, but professionally speaking, these are the type of people that I want to kind of position my statement towards. So future employers and my current coworkers, people who are analytical thinkers, and then also people who really value work-life balance. So the final statement that I came up with like 10 before this one. This was a little bit more challenging than I was expecting it to be. The 3 things that I'm focusing on are the fact that I am relationship-oriented, I love design, and I love data. So I'm a relationship-oriented professional who passionately intertwines my love of design and data into strategically crafted messages. And then what I would consider my tagline to be is a friendly, data-driven communicator and strategist. So that was my presentation, and I hope you enjoyed it.